Welcome viewers to our second video of this series. In this video we are going to discuss about types, nomenclature and uses of fossils. So first of all, fossils are broadly classified into several types based on their mode of preservation and origin. These types includes body fossil, chemical fossil, trace fossil, derived fossil, living fossil, remini fossil, facies fossil, etc. The first one is the body fossil. Body fossils are the direct remains of the organisms. This may include entire preserved organisms, although this is very rare and suitable environments are essential for preservation of the entire body, like ice, amber, etc. It includes hard parts like bones, shell, teeth, skeleton. Sometimes the organism itself is not preserved, but the impression it leaves behind forms mold and cast, which also belongs to the body fossil. Second one is the chemical fossil. Chemical fossils are also called biomolecular fossils, consist of preserved chemical compounds that originated from the ancient organisms. Examples: amino acids, carbon residues, organic molecules preserved during fossilization. These fossils help scientists to understand the biochemical composition of the ancient life forms. The next one is the trace fossil. These are also called as ichnofossils. Trace fossil represents the activities of the organism rather than their bodies. For example, footprints, trails, burrows, coprolites, which are fossilized excreta, and fossilized eggs. Trace fossils provides valuable information about the behavior, movement, and habitat of the ancient organisms. There are some other types of fossils that are living fossils. It refers to the organisms that remain almost unchanged for millions of years, representing ancient evolutionary lineage. So these are organisms that are still found in living forms as well as they are also found in fossilized forms. Facies fossils includes the fossils that are restricted to specific sedimentary environments, and it helps geologists to identify depositional conditions. Derived fossils are older fossils that have been eroded from their original rocks and redeposited in younger sediments. Remini fossils are organic matter or fossils that are rolled or abraded during the process of transportation before deposition. Now let's come to the nomenclature of the fossils. To ensure proper identification and communication, fossils are named according to the internationally accepted scientific rules. The naming system used is called binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature was proposed by Carl Linnaeus. In this system, every species has two names: the generic name, which starts with a capital letter, and a specific name or species name, which is written in small letters. Scientific names follow certain rules, like the generic name begins with a capital letter and the specific name begins with a small letter. When printed, names are written in italic form. When handwritten, the names are underlined. The name of the author and the year of description are usually follow the scientific name. Some typical suffix for higher taxa like "ini" for subfamily, "id" for family, "asia" for superfamily, "ina" for suborder, "ida" for order, "oidia" for class are used to describe the taxonomic rank. Similar fossil groups often have similar suffix. For example, crinoids are ended with "crinus", corals are usually ended with "phylum", echinoids ended with "ester", cephalopod ended with "cerus", and brachiopods ended with "thyres". These are some rules which are often followed while naming the fossils. However, this is not a compulsory method. Sometimes some exceptions are also found. While naming a plant fossil, often some other types of rules are followed. The roots, leaves, stem, fruits of a same plant could be identified as a different genus. These are called form genus or artificial genus. The whole plant reconstructed from separately named parts. And of course, this makes the paleobotanical nomenclature a little bit complex. Type specimens are extremely important in fossil nomenclature. Some important types includes holotype, the single specimen used to describe the species; syntype, multiple specimens used when no single holotype exists; paratype, additional specimens mentioned in the description; lectotype, A specimen later selected from the syntype, neotype, a new specimen used when original holotype or syntype is lost. These specimens serve as the standard reference for the species identification. Another important role in fossil nomenclature is the law of priority. According to this rule, the earliest validly published name of a species must be accepted. Any later name referring to the same species becomes synonym. This rule ensures the stability and consistency in scientific naming. Homonyms are same name for different species. Senior homonym is the first published valid name. Junior homonym is the later published name which is usually rejected. Synonyms. Different names for same species. There are two types of synonyms. Objective synonyms refers to same type specimen and subjective synonyms refers to different type later judged same. Now let's talk about the significance of fossils. Fossils are extremely important in geology because they help scientists to understand Earth's history, biological evolution and past environment. Their significance can be understood under several categories. Firstly, chronostratigraphy. One of the most important use of fossil is in chronostratigraphy, which deal with determining the relative age of rocks. This concept was first recognized by William Smith, who observed that different rock layers contain distinct fossil assemblages. Thus, fossil serves as indicators of geological time. Next one is biostratigraphy. Biostratigraphy involves the use of fossils to divide geological strata into zones. Some of the important fossil zones includes range zone, assemblage zone, acme or peak zone, and interval zone. These zones help geologists to correlate the rock layers from different regions. Next important use of fossil is the index fossil. A special category of fossils known as index fossils, also called guide fossils or marker fossil, are particularly useful for geologic correlation. A good index fossil must have wide geographical distribution and a very short stratigraphic range. The species identified as index fossil has evolved in a very short geological time and distributed in various parts of the world. Here are some examples of some important index fossils. Some other significant uses of fossils includes paleogeography, paleoclimate, and paleoecological reconstruction. Fossils also provide information about many aspects of Earth history. They help reconstruct the paleogeography, including ancient continents, coastlines, and migration routes. They indicate paleoclimate, where certain fossils reveal the past climatic conditions, such as tropical reefs, deserts, or glacial environment. They also assist paleoecology, helping scientists understand ancient ecosystems and organism-environment relationship. There are some economic uses of fossils also. For example, fossils helps locate coal deposits. Microfossils and pollens are widely used in petroleum exploration. Paleontology play a major role in identifying the carbon-bearing formations. In conclusion, fossils are crucial tools for understanding the history of life, geological time, and past environmental conditions. They help geologists in stratigraphic correlation, reconstruction of ancient environments, evolutionary studies, and resource exploration. The systematic naming of fossils ensures clear scientific communication across the globe of scientific community. So this is a brief idea about types of fossils, nomenclature and uses of fossils. In the next video, we'll discuss about the vertebrate and invertebrate fossils. So thank you.